So exercise 2.4 looks a little bit like 2.3. It is essentially a circle with a couple of arcs that sort of look like bites of an apple. And then it's got these chords. A chord goes from one part or one edge of a circle to the other edge of the circle, and this one happens to be 60 millimeters, but it doesn't tell us how high it is, but I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and construct that. This has a radius of 80, so it's 80 millimeters from this arrowhead down to this center. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to begin with typing in C for circle, or actually I didn't type in C for circle, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on the origin here. It remembered from last time that I have 50 sides, which is kind of nice. So I don't need to change that every time. So I'm going to pull that out, and I'm going to type in 80 and hit enter, and then I'm going to type M for the move tool, click on this, and just kind of put it right over there. Shift C gives me a zoom extents, and I'll go ahead and close this. So now to make this part over here, where if this circle was extended like it is over here, we have our mark right there. And so let's go ahead and start an arc of this type, and I am going to come up along the green axis 30, so I'll just type in 30, and that's the same as me clicking right there. And then I just sweep around, say to right there. And then I can erase that segment out there and that segment, and then come into this arc, right click, find the center, and just do the same thing over here. Restart an arc, put it right there, come up along the green axis 30, and then sweep up. I want to sweep the other way. There we go. Till I get to that end point. Erase that segment. There we go. And that segment. So now how do we find this right here, this 60? Well, it's centered over this vertex or this center mark right here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to type in T for tape measure. I'm going to go and pause on the green axis. Then I'm going to hold down my left mouse button and pull across and type in 30, which is half the distance, and then do the same thing going over here, 30, and put that in. So now I can come up here, and again we have polygons, don't we? We don't have you can see the straight edges here, but I should be able to draw a line going from this intersection across to this intersection, and it's parallel with the red axis. So I'll go ahead and erase it, and while I'm in here, I'm going to go ahead and dimension it to just check my work. Pull up, and it says 60. So that's a good sign. So then we'll come down here and try to do the same thing. It looks like we're in good shape. So L for line. From that intersection to this intersection, E for erase. Erase that. Go back to our dimension tool. There we go. Click on the line and pull that down 60. Although we don't really need that dimension, so I'm going to undo that. And the reason we don't need that dimension, the reason it doesn't exist over here on that drawing, is that we already have it up here. And if it's up here and it looks the same down here, if it was 59, I'd need to add a dimension. But if it looks the same, it's implied that those two line segments are the same. So then finally I'm going to come in here and find the center, and then add another dimension, this time that goes through the tick mark like that, or center mark, and then finally one more dimension maybe right there. So we've got 3 dimensions over here, we've got 3 dimensions there. So we are ready to print. I'm going to turn off guides. I'm going to click on this and hide it, and then go ahead and make sure that your work is saved. and then come in and file and print and hand in 2.4 just like you did the other assignments.